I spend most of my day at my desk developing mobile apps and creating content, so this is my hybrid PC and Mac work, gaming and streaming setup. Let me show you how I use my setup and how all those parts work together in my workflows. I often got questions about the desk and chair as well, so let's start with them. Desk legs are from IKEA. I bought them about 7 years ago and they are working fine. The top of the desk is from bar when I was working as a bartender more than 20 years ago. Don't ask how it got here, long story, but yeah, I served beers on this desk. The Alefial chair is also from IKEA. It's not the most comfortable one, but I like how it looks and it seems that it will last forever. Can't destroy it. My main work machine is 16-inch MacBook Pro. It is the M1 Pro model with 16 GB of RAM and 1 TB SSD. I will upgrade it soon, but it still holds up well, especially together with PC. I prefer 16-inch model over 14-inch because there is no big difference between them when I carry them around in backpack. But a bigger screen is better when I work on it in coffee shop or from Airbnb when I'm traveling. Of course, I agree 14-inch is better in airplanes, but I do not fly often enough to care about that, and I have iPad as well for those cases when I want something smaller or more portable. The HDMI port is handy for streaming, but more on that later. I'm using one of MacBook Pro USB ports and that is connected to Apple Studio Display, which works as USB hub as well. I used many different monitors, including 49 ultrawide monitor, but I prefer high pixel density on 27-inch 5K monitor. It is 60 Hz only, but I do not see need for more speed when I'm programming. Basically, that's just typing text on the screen. Secondary monitor is much faster. That is 27-inch 1440p 240 Hz OLED monitor. This one is great for gaming, but I would not recommend it for programming because it is not sharp enough for text. Text is readable, but it looks blurry comparing with Apple Studio Display. This monitor is connected to my gaming PC all the time. Usually when I'm working, I have Slack, Discord, Spotify open in it when I'm freelancing, because that's just way more handy to see all of that on secondary support monitor, or sometimes I just have it off when I'm just focusing on working on my main monitor. When I'm streaming, I have OBS running on it. Currently I'm recording this video on OBS on this monitor as well. Yeah, basically I'm sharing the same keyboard and mouse. I can move my mouse across all the screens and basically it feels like using the same monitor. I'm using Barrier app on Mac and PC and that allows me to share keyboard and mouse between them. So I can just move cursor around and it basically feels like monitors are connected to the same machine. And while I'm using resources of PC to run whatever, all the tabs in browser, Spotify, Discord, Slack and so on, my Mac can just work only on programming tasks mostly. I tried multiple mice like those ergonomic and others, but my go-to is just boring, nothing original. Every YouTuber, every programmer using it. It's MX Master 3S mouse. I love it, but do not recommend to buy a white one. It is a hassle to keep it clean. Currently I'm using Keychron Q1 keyboard with magnetic switches. Like this keyboard, it's really nice and I love the sound. Check this out. It's really nice looking. Really great keyboard, love it. I used split keyboard as well before, but the sound is so much better on this one, so I'm just going back to this one. I have dedicated keyboard for my PC as well. This is Epomaker Mag Core 87 and it has magnetic switches as well. Again, another one, amazingly sounding keyboard, love it. And I have Epomaker Click Mouse connected to the PC. So usually when I'm working, I'm just using one mouse and keyboard for Mac and PC. But when I'm playing games or just want, I don't know, or sometimes Barrier becomes glitchy and, I don't know, mouse is disconnected from another machine, I have always connected this one. I'm using my PC mostly for streaming and video editing. Even if it is built as gaming PC, I play games I rarely on it. I like how silent is this case. It's huge, but I don't know, doesn't matter. Under the table, doesn't take too much space, and it is silent. I do not hear it now or when I'm streaming. GPU card. I'm using a little bit oldish GPU card in it. We'll see what will happen with noise cancellation when I and if upgrade the GPU card. So here are all the specs on the screen. Put it on pause if needed, but yeah, basically that's what I built. Overall, it is good gaming PC with oldish but still okay video card, but it is a bit overkill for streaming and a Spotify player. I spend most of my day with noise cancelling headphones on my head. Currently, those are Apple AirPod Max. Those are a bit overpriced but good headphones. They work with PC and Mac, so I don't know, I like them. I used Sony XM5 or MX5 before and still have them. They are good as well. If you are looking for cheaper and lighter noise cancelling headphones, those are okay as well, but I personally prefer AirPods Max. That's my choice. My microphone of choice is Shure MV7, whatever. Basically, this one is already discontinued, but there is current model which is MV7 Plus. That's basically the same microphone, but newer version with USB-C connection instead of USB Mini, and yeah, different lightings on the microphone, but the same microphone. It's a good one. Why I chose this one over the very popular SM7B? This one has XLR and USB connections, which allows me to connect it with multiple computers at the same time. The XLR cable is going to the audio interface, which is Rode X, and that is connected to the PC. USB is connected to Mac, and I'm sending audio to both computers without need to switch anything. So I can jump on meeting in Chrome or Zoom or do live stream on PC because it's connected all the time, and then without switching anything, minute later I can be on Slack call on Mac or record a quick Loom video using the same microphone without thinking twice about switching something or checking if it is working or not. Rode X is not only audio capture card, but it takes video input as well. So my web camera, this one is my web camera, and I'm basically sending HDMI signal from HDMI port in my camera to the Rode audio video capture card, and that is sending that to the PC, and I'm feeding that on to the OBS app and basically recording this video right now or streaming. And also this OBS app can be used as my virtual web camera, so this becomes my web camera for PC. And yeah, that camera is Sony ZV-E10 version 2 or generation 2, doesn't matter. Basically it has USB-C connection and HDMI connection. So HDMI connection sending signal to the Rode X, and that's going to PC, but USB-C is connected to the Mac, so I am sending signal from this camera to both computers as well. So I can basically use one camera for both machines, PC and my Mac, and that's my web camera setup. So we can create separate video about all the different cameras that I have, how I set them, how I use them for creating content. I don't know, that's kind of a long topic. If you want to hear more about that, let me know. And yeah, if we're talking about streaming, we should also understand how the signal from Mac is getting to the PC. HDMI port. HDMI port is connected to the capture card. That's another capture card, which is hidden under the desk. And that capture card is sending signal to the PC, and I am grabbing it on the PC and sending it to the stream. And basically I'm just setting my main Apple Studio display as mirroring to the capture card. You see basically the same picture that I see here is sent to the stream. If you are creating content, you need lighting as well. So here we have on the desk, we have this BenQ desktop light. It helps me to lead the workspace when I'm working later at night. And yeah, I like that this light how the light in the background at the back of the screen as well, so I'm lighting more than just desk. And yeah, that kind of, it's nice. There is remote control where you can do a lot with it, but I'm barely using it. I'm mostly just kind of turning it on and off. And yeah, be careful with those lights and do not drop on your Mac. I have the dent on my Mac from this light. I dropped it on second day after purchasing the MacBook. And yeah, I have another light here. That's my Amaron P60X. It's kind of small LED light, but with softbox, and it's good enough for streaming and some video editing. But whatever. If you basically kind of planning to create content, then you need to think about lights, and the rule of thumbs for lights is the bigger is light, the better it is. I'm moving to another place in a few months, so I will rebuild the setup there, but I don't know if that will be the same, and I really like the current setup. And I hope this video will give you some ideas how to connect Mac, PC, everything for streaming if you are looking forward to do that. That's it. If you have questions, ask them in comments. I will try to answer as much as I can. Bye.